next day of me being in here, I did not have a good night. I know you guys can tell. It is the next day after my 3-car collision crash. And I'll get more into that in a minute. If my face is dry, I don't know what it is, but once they put all those fluids in my body, it dries out my face every time. And I've had penicillin, I've had like 2 steroid shots and some other stuff, like heartburn medicine through my IV or whatever. I know y'all can hear the baby's heartbeat. It's pretty strong and steady, but they said that his heart rate jumped in the middle of the night. I don't know if that's due to me throwing up, which I'll get more into, but I do have to get another shot at 145 of the steroids. And I've just heard so many different times and stuff like that. Like, guys, I'm so annoyed. The nurse that I had last night was terrible. This is not the same hospital that I was at last time, so I am very, very, very annoyed. I was getting neglected all night to where I had to like fend for myself, all because they were, well, their excuse was short staff, but she told me that they had 5 people working one home. And I don't know if you guys know or not, but I used to work as a CNA in a nursing home, and you got like 20 to 25 different men or women as patients on the hall, and it's only like 3 people working that hall. So if a CNA can do it, and I'm pretty sure that these nurses up here can do it, there was no but I think she said there was like 2 or 3 babies delivered last night, so that's 2 or 3 babies is not a lot, and they're supposed to be assigned different areas and stuff like that, but I'll get into that after I force myself to eat, which I'm kind of scared to eat because I've been getting really bad heartburn and it's been making me throw up. So they just went to the pharmacy, or called in an order at the pharmacy for them to bring me some heartburn medicine to go in my IV. It's supposed to last all day. They also recommended Pepsi, the chewables, but they definitely want me to eat just a very mild, light breakfast because I've been getting like real like nauseous and dizzy and stuff like that. The pain from the collision is just like if you got in a fight, your whole body hurt, neck stiff, back stiff, but I gotta force myself to eat. This is the aftermath of being in the hospital, guys. Dry face, lashes coming off. So I have requested wheat toast with scrambled eggs. Now as far as food, this hospital is like top notch. Like I said, it's a different hospital than where I was at last time. They food over there wasn't the best, but this one here is pretty good. So I got eggs, scrambled eggs, toast. This right here is apple juice. This right here is actually grits, which I didn't even think that their grits was that much. That's crazy. So I'm just gonna dump some out on my plate because they don't want me like overeating because of the heartburn and stuff like that. This, I don't know what this is. Some type of cinnamon stuff that I did not ask for, but I will be trying it because I'm greedy. I don't know what this is. Oh, that's the Frosted Flakes that I requested. But I can't eat all of this, so. And that's apple juice over there. They said no acid. I don't even know if, I know orange juice got acid, but I'm not sure if apple juice have it. But let me try to eat, because they bring lunch so fast. They bring lunch around 12:30 or 1, so I'm gonna just try to like eat a little bit and let you guys know like what went on last night. It was terrible. I had one of the worst nurses in history, to the point where I'm really like ready to like, I semi-reported her to the doctor and the supervisor, but like I was so mad last night. I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna go over her head. I'm gonna go over the supervisor's head, because this is how mad I was. Like, I've never seen nothing like this in my life. Like, I'm the only one on this floor that got into a 3-car crash collision yesterday morning at 7:25. So it's already been 24 hours. And for you to not even monitor me, or the baby the whole time. Like, you didn't get up and check. Like, guys, I literally had to make myself go to the bathroom. Like, I literally had to, like, unhook myself from the IV, the baby monitor stuff, all of that, getting tangled up to go to the bathroom, almost peeing on myself. Because I was in so much pain, and I had to do that by myself. Like, guys, when I tell y'all, I'm so irritated. I'm so irritated. But let me shut up, try to grab a bite to eat before this food get cold. And then I'm gonna get up and like wash my face and stuff, put lotion on, and brush my teeth after eating this because I don't like food being stuck between my braces. And I will update you guys on the events from last night, or actually what went on from the crash to the time the ambulance brought me here to last night, and then to today, what's gonna take place today. So I will see you guys in a second. Alright guys, I'm back. I just ate. The eggs were good, but I didn't like the grits. The toast, for some reason, gave me even more heartburn. But yeah, so let me just get right into what happened, because I don't want to spend all day with this camera in my hand, but I do want to update you guys. So I was driving Cam to school, because like I said, I did not pull him out of his current school, because one, I didn't want to make it seem like it was his fault that we were moving, because we wasn't. It was just time for me to move. And so I've been doing a lot of driving back and forth, like a lot of driving. And sometimes Damien will come get us and drive us back, but Damien was out of town. Excuse me, y'all. Damien was out of town, and so when he got back, because he had such a long drive, I didn't want to put that on him, so I went ahead and told him we would just be spending the night at his place. And still due to COVID, Cam's school got so many restrictions and stuff like that. Like, he is not for the graduation. They only gave me 2 tickets, and babies, small children, whatever, they were not allowed. So I was gonna give that ticket slot to my mom. She's afraid to drive in Houston because we are country people, and so that would have meant that I would have had to go pick her up halfway, drive her back to Houston, and drive her back halfway to her vehicle, and that was gonna be too much on me because my stomach is so big. And then also I had like an 8 o'clock call with Damien, and like, you know, some business people. We had a business conference, and it just wouldn't have worked out that way, because I would have needed my laptop with internet and all this other stuff. So yeah, I'm about to I think I'm about to pull these lashes off. I was not able to wash my face, as you guys can tell. I still have like dried up, I don't know what that is, whatever they be putting, whatever they keep putting in my IV is drying out my face. So the reason why I have not been able to get up and wash my face is because I'm under some pain meds, and they don't want me to get up without the nurses coming in here. But I guess they're delivering a baby, so when they get done, I will definitely go wash my face really good and put on some lotion. So y'all done seen me worse. So yeah, so I wanted to give a ticket to my mom, but that wasn't gonna work out. And then Cam's dad had to actually work. Damien wasn't able to come, because I'm pretty sure if he was, we would have just rode together. He would have drove, but he had Dion, and babies are not allowed, just like babies are not allowed here. So that meant that I needed to leave his house at a certain time to make it to Cam's school, drop him off on time. It's the graduation. Sorry y'all, I'm yawning. It looks like I'm crying, but yeah, so his graduation would have started at 9. I would have dropped him off at 7:30, would have had time for the business call, and still would have made it there on time. So as we're on the freeway, I think I had another exit to go. We're on the freeway, and y'all, I'm sorry, I keep yawning because I didn't hardly get no sleep last night. It was a rough night. So every time I yawn, water pour out my eyes. But anyway, so yeah, as I'm on the way there, this car, like, and it wasn't even no slow traffic because the speed limit was 60, I believe. So there was a lot of traffic, but everybody was kind of, sorry y'all, he's kicking the monitor, but everybody was kind of, like still like going a good speed. So if I could take a guess, they're probably going about 45, 50. And this car literally rams in the back of me. And then when they did that, it shoved me to where I hit the car in front of me. And I don't know if they panicked, but instead of them hitting their brakes, they ended up hitting, I believe, their gas, because I'm not understanding how they ended up hitting me twice back to back. So when they ran into me the first time, I ran into the car in front of me, and then they hit me again from the back, and then I hit the car in front of me again, and the car in front of me like flew to the side. It was swerving, and their car finally stopped. And so the second time that they hit me, that's when my stomach hit the steering wheel. And so after like my stomach hit the steering wheel, it's like I had a ringing in both my ears. So I could hear Camden screaming at the top of his lungs, but it was like very faint because it feels like both my ears was like clogged up. And even though everything happened fast, everything was still in slow motion. So this accident was 100% not my fault at all. It was a person behind me. I'm not responsible for paying anything or whatever. They're responsible for my car and the car that I hit because it initially started with them. And so yeah, so like I said, I had my mom on the Bluetooth speaker so she could hear everything because I was talking to her on the speaker through my speaker because I don't like to hold my phone and text and drive and stuff like that because it's obviously dangerous. The person behind me was texting. They not even from here, they're from Milwaukee. And on the insurance, it's a company vehicle. They drove a 2008 Volkswagen, and it's like, I don't know if they just had started the job because literally it said May 21st, 2022. So they had just got their insurance. Crazy. But I see where it's like an agency / company on their insurance. This lady, when I look at my mirror, she's just sitting there and she's still like scrolling on her phone. Maybe she was nervous, didn't want to get out. Maybe she was afraid of the traffic. I don't know. But she did not get out to see if it was okay. And I couldn't get out because like my neck immediately was hurting, my back was hurting, I could not move. So there was a tap on the window and it was like a guy, he had like a construction outfit on, but when I looked in the mirror, it looked like he was driving a tow truck. So he was checking to see if everything was okay. Of course he heard Cam screaming at the top of his lungs. So he asked Cam, was he okay? Cam was like, yeah. Cam had a little blood coming out of his nose, but it was mixed in with like snot and tears because he was crying so hard. So but he's fine. He's with his grandmother. My mom came over here yesterday to get him. He actually had 3 more days left of school. He had today, which is Friday, and he had Monday, and Tuesday would have been his last day. So a lot of the schools here, they got out last week or the week before, but he had to go to June 7th. So I went ahead and pulled him out of school so that he can be with his dad and his grandma for the summer. So yeah. So long story short, in that area, he asked me was I okay. I told him I hit my stomach on the steering wheel. Told him my neck was like hurting really, really bad. My back, I was in a lot of pain. He called for EMS, and the police officers, and they got there immediately. It seemed like as soon as he walked away from my car, it seemed like a minute or two later, I hear the sirens. They run over, put me on a stretcher, and I'm on the back of the EMS. And so as soon as they got me, like strapped in from the stretcher or whatever, they brought me to the closest hospital. When I got here, they immediately did a CAT scan. I did 4 ultrasounds so far. The main thing is when you're in, like, with that impact, it could cause placenta abruption, and they were saying that if it was split or broken or whatever, I've never had it happen, so I don't really know the right terminology, but if it was abrupted, then I would have to have an emergency C-section. Good thing that if I needed to get an emergency C-section, I didn't eat anything at all, and I had my first 2 kids natural, so this is going to be a natural birth as well. I won't be getting a C-section by the grace of God. So yeah, I pretty much been in here getting like pain meds, penicillin, steroid shots, everything. The day nurses, they were pretty nice. The night ones, not so much. I ended up having the worst nurse as possible. I'm a little disappointed. Those of you that know. Those of you that don't, I'm sorry. But I'm very disappointed. I was neglected all night. I didn't have any help. I ended up moving around so much with all the pain in my neck and back. I had to unplug my baby monitor and the IV thing and literally drag the IV thing in the bathroom. Had to use the bathroom with cords wrapped around everywhere. My neck is like, every time I would get up and use the bathroom, it took me like 10-15 minutes to come back in here, extra 10 minutes, undo the cords, plug everything back up. And I guess because I was overworking myself, because I didn't have any help, that's what caused me to vomit. Plus I already had really bad heartburn where I couldn't sleep anyway, because all of the fluids that they kept giving me kept causing me to use the bathroom. Every time I would call the nurse for help, she just took forever to get in here. Like, I remember one time she didn't come in here until an hour later, and the last time she came in here, that was to give me some Tylenol, the liquid. So this was not in my IV that time. It was in like a liquid form, and that would have been around 10 o'clock. So from 10 to 5, there was no checks at night. There was no, are you doing okay? Like, I'm pretty sure I'm the only one on this floor that had been in a 3-car collision crash, and her excuse was they're busy. I said, so how many people is on the floor? She said 5, but there's not that many people up here, because the doctor told me that. Then she lied on the doctor and said that the doctor is the one that monitors the baby, and I'm like, I'm not the smartest, no, I'm not the most intelligent, but I'm pretty up there. Why would a doctor spend all their time in school just to monitor a baby monitor? So when the next shift change was, I asked the lady, I'm like, so who monitors the baby at nighttime? And she was saying the nurses do. Now, I was off the baby monitor for quite a while. Every time I went to the bathroom, she didn't notice that I was not off the monitor. She didn't come in here and check to see if I had fell or anything. Mind you, I was just in a car accident between 7:25 and 7:30 a.m. yesterday morning. So imagine how I'm feeling as the hours go by. Stiff neck, stiff back. Body feel like I just was in a car accident. Like I just got into a terrible fist fight. And you didn't come in here at all. I used to be a CNA, and I worked a night shift before. I even worked with people that had mental disabilities at 10 to 6 at nighttime. And there is a checklist, so where you just writing down times to make it seem like you were coming in here. And then when I told her I wanted to speak to the doctor, she was like, why? None of your business, why? She's like, okay, well then me and the doctor will come in here. I said, no, I would like to have a private conversation with the doctor. So when the doctor got in here, I I was very polite with her. I told her it's not your fault, and I want to see if I can get this resolved before I have to contact my lawyer. Like, at the time in my life, I don't have time to play with anybody. It's lawyer everything, and I mean it. So she gave her apologies. I don't know if the lady's gonna get written up or not, and I hate it because I don't like to be that type of person. But the severity of the accident that I was in, I don't feel like I should have been neglected at all. And the fact that before I had even threw up, that was like around 4, I buzzed for the nurse, told her what I needed, and not the nurse that neglected me, but it was just a random nurse that picked up the thing, I guess. And I said, well, is my nurse busy? And she said no. So then why is my nurse coming in here 45 minutes later? And I was about to throw up all on this floor, and she was gonna have to clean it up. But I did my best to hold it in. When she got in here, I said I need a throw up bag immediately. I'm lightheaded, I'm dizzy, I'm very nauseous, I'm about to throw up. I mean, as soon as she handed me that bag, I threw up in it. Almost filled it up. So there's people that don't like their jobs, they're just doing it for the money, and she's definitely one of them. I'm definitely disappointed. Definitely. Now, I've gotten some really good nurses. The last hospital I was at, very good nurses. I didn't have to, like, pretty much do anything. Like, if I need to use the bathroom, I buzz them. They come here, they unplug everything. They walk me to the bathroom. They stand outside the door. I use the bathroom, wash my hands, put on hand sanitizer, and they hooking me back up to the monitor. It was no problem whatsoever. But with this hospital, the only thing that's good here is the food. And that's even surprising, because hospital food is not even that good. But they let you order room service. They let you pick and choose whatever you want. Like this morning, I had the eggs, toast, frosted flakes, apple juice I didn't drink. They even gave me some cinnamon things I didn't eat. And for lunch, I'm probably going to have like the fried baked fish with rice and what else did I get? Grapes, something like that, I don't know. But, so my night was not the best. And I'm a little irritated because the doctor was like, okay, you gotta get one more steroid shot, and you're gonna get it at 9 or 10, and then we can determine what we're gonna decide to do with you. But then she said that she saw where the baby's heart rate jumped really, really good last night, and they're concerned about that. Well, it wasn't the baby's heart rate, it was mine, because I had to sit up in the bed for about a good 40 minutes waiting on the nurse to get here so that I wouldn't throw up all over these sheets. So when she finally handed me the throw up bag, I threw up. And that's the heart rate that they caught was not the baby's, it was mine. So anytime you're sitting up, the baby isn't getting any oxygen. I didn't know that. The baby isn't getting any oxygen, and they can't hear the heart rate. So I was getting all the oxygen and the heart rate. I'm just glad that I knew that, because now I know not to do that, and I should have just threw up all on the floor. But anyway, so it's lunchtime again. I probably won't even be eating anything for lunch because this food is kind of sitting on my stomach. However, 1 o'clock, I get another shot in my butt, and I guess I can update you guys from there. I'm not gonna lie, I really want to go home. I don't like this place. I just got the phone with my doctor. He said if anything, I can get life flighted to him, and he's a new doctor too, so yeah, get life flighted 3 or 4 hours from here. And I always say 3 or 4, sometimes 5, because traffic be so bad in my new location. Like, I'm gonna reveal to you guys where I moved to really soon, and you guys gonna be like, what? But yeah, I'll get life flighted any day. I mean, I'm paying for it, so yeah. So yeah, guys, that's a little update for today. I have more updates later, but for right now, that's about it. So I'm gonna get off here before my battery died on my camera. Y'all know I had broke my old camera, but I got one overnighted, and we back in business. So let me get off of here. I'm gonna try to take me a nap. I know I got 2 phone calls to return, Hopefully they don't keep me on the phone long. I'm just gonna tell them I'm kind of doped up on these pain meds, so I'm gonna have to wait till later on to talk to me if y'all want to talk. But anyways, guys, I'll see you guys later to update you guys on what's gonna be taking place. Hey guys, so I get to leave, thank God, for real. Only thing is I'm waiting on Damien to get here, so I'm gonna head downstairs to the lobby. About to get dressed. I'll probably pick the camera back up when I get back to his place, but I think it's gonna be a while before we even get there. Like, mommy duty calls. Dion is severely sick. He has been running a fever, he's been sweating, he's been laying around, and I hope he don't have COVID again, because he was downstairs in the lobby. Actually, he came up here too, but they didn't let him in the room, so hopefully he didn't catch anything from being in this hospital. Lord, I just feel so bad. Oh my God, when it rains it pours, but I see what the devil trying to do, and it's not gonna work because we covered by the blood of Jesus. So I'll keep you guys updated. I don't know if I'll turn the camera back on when we get to the urgent doc clinic, or if, you know, it'll probably be after. It may be after, because I just want to just doctor on my baby and make sure he okay. Like, mommy, she's good to go. I got neck pain, back pain, maybe walking a little funny for a couple days, but I don't care about the neck pain or the back pain. I just want to make sure that my son is 100% legit. Cam has been calling, so I do need to make a couple calls to him and let him know that I'm fine and I'm getting out the hospital. But yeah, I'm about to get dressed and wait on Damien to get here.